Here, welcome to Club Shada episode. Maybe I should drop the music around here. There you go. Welcome to Club Shada episode 402. The Brave New World. Okay, wait a minute. Let me put some lights here. So, we are live. It's very interesting, because we are live on YouTube, So for those who want to see the main show, you actually have to go to YouTube, Kaysha.tv. Normally, so I go live on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and TikTok and X. But right now, I could only go live on the other three because, interestingly, I believe that maybe because of the TikTok ban, I cannot use the stream link to stream directly from my computer to TikTok. That's why, for those who see me on TikTok, I'm live straight from the phone, from the TikTok app, which usually I do everything from the computer. That's why the image is not as good as usual. And wait, maybe I could put the camera here. Let me see, wait. There you go. That's just for TikTok people. Wait, I'm doing something for the TikTok guys. So for those who see me on YouTube, the main show, yeah, I've been. That's why I'm actually late. It's been like a few moments that I've been trying to log into to TikTok, but then I thought about the whole thing. This show is brought to you by Shada, Gods of Good Fortune. Thanks to all our sponsors. And if you want to be stream royalty, you just go on YouTube and you just do a super chat. So what up, people on TikTok? I'm sorry, I cannot look at both chats at the same time because I have my chat here on my screen up there. So if you're on TikTok and you wanna come and comment on the live and want to be seen, it's better you come to YouTube, okay? Kaysha.tv. I'm still gonna put the TikTok chat. Let me see how I do that. I'm still gonna put the TikTok chat here so I can see everybody. Somebody called Diddy Stone from Gabon. C'est mon anniversaire. Happy birthday. La milliardaire, what up? I don't know if TikTok is banned or not. I don't understand. EMTV, I mean, it's not banned in Europe. I'm in Portugal. Here, we still have access, but I can see there might be a difference. DJ Josia, what up? Jujuzan, what up? How you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope everybody is in great vibes. So, yeah. So yeah, sorry TikTok. If I'm gonna try to look at both live at the same time, but it's kind of hard to look at so many screens. I have my camera screen, my computer screen, TikTok here, TikTok chat here. But I'm gonna try to talk to everybody. Rika is saying, "Oh my goodness, my childhood Kaysha." On dit quoi? C'est bien moi. That's me. As beautiful as ever. So I was saying, du Maurier tu parles le français comme tout le monde. Non, je parle 9 langues, ta gueule. So, what was I saying? Yeah, it seems to be, for those who want to see the French show, it's on Wednesday. What was I saying? Yeah, there seemed to be an issue with streaming on TikTok from the computer. So I don't know. I don't know exactly why, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. It's a mess. I have to check exactly what is going on with these TikTok things because I heard that it stopped being active and then it got back, but I don't know. Vraiment, it's between them. Who knows? So yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. What did I do this weekend? This week was my wife's birthday, so my wife turned 31. So took them to dinner with my kid. Then yesterday she did a party at the house with all her lady friends, and now and then Friday my son turned 22. It's crazy. He was born. I remember posting his photos on Facebook as a kid when he was born 22 years ago. And now the guy is 22. So yeah, happy birthday, Ilian. And what else? What else happened? Let me see. Yeah, it's cool. And yeah, my birthday is coming. 22nd of January. I'm turning 51. So listen, I didn't do tattoos for how many years? I didn't do any tattoos in my life. Bisa fashion, bisous. Let me do something. Sorry, TikTok. I have to just put the do not disturb as I'm live so that nobody calls me. Oh, I forgot to turn off that fridge. Let me turn this off. A second. There you go. Yeah. So as I was saying, don't forget to put some likes and share this live. So listen, it is what it is. So yeah, it's interesting. I didn't do tattoos for 10 years. I think the last time I did a tattoo was before I started. It was probably 2008. And then, some people, they just do tattoos with anybody. Me, I'm not gonna tattoo with any artist. I need to have a connection with the person. I need to choose my person. I need to like their art. I need to like their talent, etc., etc. And when I arrived in Portugal in 2012, I found the guy that I wanted to work with. His name is Cavellucci. But then at the same time, I needed to go back to the idea of going under the needle, paint, ink, etc., etc. And I already have a lot of tattoos. So I wanted to, so after 10 years, we finally started. So I started probably, if I remember well, we started with my leg. Then I did here. Then I did the neck. And since I'm back on the tattoo spree, I just did a new one. Look at it. It's beautiful. Oh, the autofocus is not following it, but yeah, there you go. You can see it. Beautiful thing. Beautiful. Erika, bisous. So I have to put some cream on it. Yeah, listen. I've been on a tattoo spree these days. I've been doing tattoos and continuing my ink expression. And listen, tattoo on the end. Yo, pass here. Yo, listen, the knuckles, listen. So I arrive. So when I said to myself, I'm going to tattoo my hands, right? My hand, because I didn't want to do both hands, because I needed to know, how does it feel to get your hand tattooed? So, because I had an idea of what I would do on the left hand and what I would do on the right hand, right? So as I'm here thinking about it, I was saying to myself, I want to do something on this hand and then something on that hand. But it has to go with the rest of my art. So lots of Buddhas and also different things. But then now that I did this one, I know what I'm going to do here. But I didn't want to do both at the same time because it would be a nightmare. And I needed to see, does it hurt? How much does it hurt? You know, simple things, right? So thanks, Julie. Listen. So I went to, how do you call this? I went to some comments of this live were filtered to protect TikTok. Yeah. I'm in Portugal, Erica. So, yeah. Everybody on TikTok, jump to YouTube, please. Yeah, so as I was saying, a month before doing my tattoo, I went to this company. It's a Portuguese tattoo artist that is also a pharmacist or a dermatologist. And he invented a cream that tattoo artists like because it's a cream that doesn't change the texture of your skin and still numbs the skin. So it was like a numbing cream made by a tattoo artist. So I used it here. I didn't feel nothing. So I was like, if I have to tattoo my hand, there's no way I'm doing it like without anesthetic. I need numbing cream. So I get the cream. When the cream arrived, it arrived probably mid-December. When the cream arrived home, send the WhatsApp to my tattoo artist and I tell him, bro, I'm ready to do my hand. And so I arrived to his tattoo shop at 12. And when I'm in his tattoo shop, he puts me the cream all over the hand to numb it, right? And I'm asking him, yeah, do you think I'm gonna feel nothing? Like here? And he's like, He's like, on the hand, you're gonna feel it. I'm like, oh. It's like, you might numb it a bit, but because it's, it's on your hand, it's just your bones. So, and you have all the nerves of your body start in and stop in the hands and feet. So it was like, yeah, this is one of the worst places for tattoos. So I'm like, listen, we'll see. And he started the tattoo here on the knuckle. I don't know if you see, there's a pyramid here. Wait, you see here, there's the top of the pyramid. I don't know if you can see with the brilliance. So he started here. So he draws the top of the pyramid with the eye here. That's when he did it. And all here, every part is touching one of my knuckle. So that's where he started. And I was like, this crème anesthésiante is not doing anything. I was like, yo. Illuminati. Yo, listen. DJ Sakaléjean, what up? Listen. When he started the tattoo, I was like, oh shit. That's gonna be problematic. This is gonna be problematic. Because you can see here on TikTok. And yo, listen, I guess the pain I felt was maybe half of what I would have felt if we really used no numbing cream. Bro, I'm gonna post on YouTube a video of the whole tattoo. Don't worry. But yo, I think the part that where I felt less was this part here, with this part of the hand, because there's more meat here. So this part, yeah, when he was tattooing here, I didn't feel nothing. Just that part and around here, all that side. This I was not feeling nothing because it's more meat. All the part where it was just skin and bones, oh, listen, you feel all your nerves firing. But I'm still gonna continue something here, and I might do some shading on the eye with the pyramid. So, yo, listen. That was something. Rudiano, what up? Hope you're doing good. Juliette, big love, Senegal. Cœur Blanc, big up. Listen, yeah, so TikTok was banned in the USA. This is crazy. TikTok ban USA. Let me see, because I don't even know if oh, look at this. All right. So that's very interesting. So there was a thing on CNN and then there's another thing on CBS. So I'm going to read both so we understand what is going on here. All right. TikTok shuts down in the US, in the United States, hours ahead of the ban. Okay. Listen, all the influencers were livid. TikTok went offline in USA Saturday night, less than 2 hours before the ban was slated to go into effect. The extraordinary blackout prevent access to one of the world's most popular social media apps that has been used by 170 million Americans. Listen, I mean, if you are a politician and you ban an app that people are using like crazy, this is so stupid. Listen, all these are the type of reason why the people in the US just elected Trump. Like the people on the left side of the whole there, right? They are so into censorship. And yeah, your ideas are dangerous, so we have to ban you. And yo, listen. So visitors of the app were met with a message saying, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means that you can't use TikTok now. Well, President-elect Trump said he will most likely delay a ban on TikTok for 90 days after he takes office on Monday, that's tomorrow. Adding that he was not made a final decision in a phone interview. I think that would be certainly an option that we look at it. 90-day extension is something that will be mostly likely done because it's appropriate. You know, it's appropriate. We have to look at it carefully. It's a very big situation. Lawmakers said TikTok ties to China and its access to reams of data posted a threat to national security. BS. Listen. It's interesting because when the Americans say that their problem is that China has access to data from users, you have to realize one thing, is that all these US companies, they do the same thing. They take data from me. I'm a French citizen. Why is my data in the US? Why is it not? It does not stay in France? Or if you're a Congolese citizen, it's even worse. your data is stored somewhere. It doesn't stay in Congo because there's no data center. So they take your data, they take everything you say, and then they use it in the US or in France or whatever. So, but they want to apply rules for them or for you, but not for them. Reggiano is what the meaning of the tattoo. It's a tattoo. It's a Buddha face. Like I have a bunch of them, and an eye and an all-seeing eye. I heard TikTok is back. Maybe. Okay, US. TikTok start restoring service in the US after shutting down over divest or ban law. Okay, interesting. TikTok began restoring service to users in the United States following temporary and voluntary shutdown that lasted less than a day. Listen. Oh wait, the company said Sunday it was in the process of reinstating access after President Trump voted to try to pose the ban by executive order on his first day in office. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalty, providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small business to thrive. TikTok said in a statement, it's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. Whoa. TikTok app owner ByteDance voluntary shutdown in service in the US just hours before the Sunday deadline, cutting off access to tens of millions of users after the Supreme Court this week upheld a law that effectively banned it over concerns about its ties to China. The law passed by Congress last year gave TikTok blah 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 to sell. Americans deserve to see our exciting inauguration on Monday, as well as other events and conversation, he wrote. Who said that? Trump. I would like the United States to have a 50% ownership position in a joint venture. By doing this, we save TikTok, keep it in good hands, and allow it to stay up. Without US approval, there's no TikTok. With our approval, it's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe trillions. Well, listen, President Xi could call the US and tell them, hey, my hand is itchy. Yeah, the President Xi could say, yes, listen, if you ban TikTok, we ban Apple, for example. You screw us, we screw you. That's where we are right now. And it's crazy that a social media platform, because people, the Democrats in the US, it seems like, it seems like they have a huge desire to control the narrative over everything, and they used to use the legacy media to do this, right? And the problem is with platforms like TikTok, like XYZ, you can't really do that because those platforms are controlled not by you. And we've seen this with the COVID, we've seen this with the war in Ukraine, with the Middle East. The people who sell the weapons, they don't want, Creolina, what up? They don't want people to be able to express different points of views. And if you control all the media, you can just send the media what to say. But you cannot control all these YouTube channels, you cannot control all these blogs, these podcasts, this show. So what they started to do at COVID was, when they started, is whenever you would pronounce the word COVID, the video, first of all, would be demonetized. And then you would receive an email. I received a ton of email when I was talking about this. And under my video, there was always a thing saying, yeah, you know, this is and with links to places with the right info. And in the US, you have a law called the First Amendment, right? And this law, with this law, you can't just prevent people from talking. You can, like, free speech is very important for them. But there was like there is around the world in our democracies, there's a drift to try to control more of what people say and what people think, and to treat anything that is not your opinion in dangerous opinions. And when you say something is dangerous, you prevent the conversation. And I really believe that this is one of the reasons why some of the Americans, I mean half of the Americans, elected Trump in office. It's one of the reasons. Some of them just got tired of being treated as babies. Oh, listen, we will do this, and yeah, put these vaccines. I'm not sure yet. It's new. You an anti-vax? Boom, boom, boom. Then you cannot leave your house. You cannot go to restaurants, etc. These radicalize a lot of people. I remember when they were trying to attack Dave Chappelle for jokes. You are a comedian and you can't do jokes? A guy that laughed at everybody, but when he laughed at the trans people, all of a sudden it was not funny anymore. It was dangerous. Oh, your word skills. And all these different groups, activists, minorities, and etc., that were given too much power, they didn't know how to use the amount of power that they got responsibly. And because they didn't do, sometimes you get drunk on power, especially if you never had power, right? If now everybody is scared to hurt you, everybody's scared to piss you off, and that every time you somebody pisses you off for whatever reason, they do a joke, they say something, or they just say, I don't disagree with turning kids into something, whatever, and you come and you cancel people, well, you lose these people over time. And those people, at a point, they vote. And when it's time to vote, all these things will count. Listen, I remember defending Dave Chappelle, because I saw the whole thing. He said the trans jokes. Listen, it was funny. It's Dave Chappelle. Like, it was just Dave Chappelle type of jokes. So agree, don't agree. Listen, he he talks about everybody. Listen, in this same special, he also did some jokes about the Jews. He also did some jokes about black people, did jokes about a bunch of people. But at that time, we in the middle of the BLM, LGBT, and all these groups being given like full power. Hey, if somebody says something you don't like, cancellation. And they all went against him, right? And I remember tweeting something like, I said, hey, you either for free speech or you don't. And he's a comedian. He's supposed to do comedy. And I mean, we've been following him for 30 years. He's the greatest. And I said something, whatever. And one guy out of nowhere, some filmmaker in LA, I don't know who he was, but he was part of the LGBT movement. And he just came and he took my tweet, he retweeted it, and then he said on top, and he tagged a bunch of other people, and he said, yeah, I found one or something. And all of a sudden, I had an avalanche of activists, allies, and etc. that were just attacking me like crazy on Twitter. So I was like, I look at all the messages, like probably had 100 tweets, and people, trying to cancel me or something, trying to find, saying stuff like, we're going to send message to Spotify to remove your music. We're going to send message to YouTube so you lose your channel, blah, 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 because you are a transphobe. And I was like, I just said that a comedian should be able to do jokes. If they're not funny, okay, cool. Don't go watch it. But some people, even in that community, found the joke funny. And I remember that at a point, I just removed my tweet and I just block all these people because I don't have time to lose with idiots. I don't waste my time. And I have other things to do. So did that. And now, after that, I talked to a friend of mine and I told him, so that was, when was the Dave Chappelle thing? Probably, I don't know, 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago. I don't remember. Probably 3 years ago, because he did another 2 specials since then. And I remember telling my friend, he's very left, and he's for all these activists, etc. And I told him, you know what? The things that you guys are doing on social media, there's going to be a change of heart in the world. And because you guys are not, how can I say it? Yeah, you guys are abusing the power and the trust that people are putting into you. People are, and there was the whole Hollywood machine, there was the whole political machine where you had to put, like, turn any story like Snow White, put a Latino in there, or whatever movie that existed 100 years ago, put a black person in there. Instead of doing new stories, you wanted to phagocyte. I don't know if it exists in English, that word, phagocyte. Anyway, you wanted to just take whatever story, and Disney were king for that. just turn any hero or any known character, either turn them gay or black. And some people were very happy, but other people were like, why don't you just create new heroes, like, or just put out heroes like Black Panther or whatever, and same for women. Like, feminism also abused its newfound powers. And it's not something new. I've seen this happen a lot of times. I've met a lot of artists that were not known and they were looking for somebody to give them the chance to shine, right? And every time I did that with them, I used to tell them all the time, be careful with this, be careful with that. But every time I did, these people would always tell me the same thing. Oh, don't worry, I'm this, me, I will never change. I'm this type of guy. I'm a guy that do this, I'm a guy that do that. There's no way I will do X, Y, or Z. All right. If you say so, I believe you. But what happened was that soon as people get money, hi Natalie, soon as people get money or fame or power, nobody know what it's gonna do to you. Everybody always say, oh, when I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be like this, or when I'm gonna be powerful, I will do like this, or when I be famous, when my songs are famous, I will act, I will be humble, I will be this, I will be that. And in reality, you don't know how you're gonna be. You don't know because you are projecting yourself in a situation where you are not. If you see what I mean, you are projecting yourself in a situation, but you still have your state of mind of right now. If you have 1,000 euros in your bank account and you talk about how you would comport yourself if you had 1,000,000 euros, you have no clue how you're gonna act if you have 1,000,000 euros, because it's easy to say, oh, I'll have the same friends, I will continue to go to the same places, I will do this, I will do that. In reality, you don't know. I'm gonna give you my own example. So 3 years ago, something going on blew up on TikTok, right? And by blowing up, I was making a certain amount of money on streaming plus YouTube. Every month, I knew exactly how much I was getting, and I knew exactly how much I was spending. So my rent, I knew how much was my rent. I knew how much was school for the kids, life, restaurants, etc. And I was making good money. But when something going on blew up on TikTok, my revenue just got multiplied by 2. Plus I had the NFT revenue going up and my crypto investments went up. So I would say that the money I was making, I would say 3 years ago, I'm making 3 times this money now. Plus people started calling for shows, so that was even more money. So what did I do? We were living in a 100-meter square with my wife and kids. and we moved to a 200 meter square with 2 times the rent because we can. Now, so we move here, and so this is just a new house. So we have more space, we have more bathrooms, we have an extra bedroom, we have a bigger living room. I have an office where I can live my life, do my streams, etc. So all this is good. But I saw changes in my expenses too. And listen, I already live good, I already go to restaurants, but there's some things that I didn't used to do because it was just spending that I didn't need. And all of a sudden, I didn't need them, but doing those expenses would not change anything. So let's say I had on top of the money I usually spend, let's say I had an extra 1,000 euros that I can use every month. That is not going to change my life. With this 1,000 extra, there's a lot of things you can do. And because you can do all these things that you would have been like, all of a sudden you do them. So nothing crazy, but I can see myself how I didn't change friends, I didn't change my demeanor, etc. But there's some things that I would not have bought or I wouldn't have done, or some travels that I wouldn't have done because I was like, useless spending. That now that I have all these extra money, all of a sudden I do them. Plus also this, I put more on the side. Plus I'm have more projects and more investments because of that. And now I say to myself, when I'm looking at myself, I'm like, wait a minute. So if I made 10 times more per month, let's just say 10 times more. Even me, I think I would be a completely different person. I would have the same friends, but there's a lot of things that I would start doing just because of having this extra money. If I have extra, bought a house and there's a lot of things that I don't do today that I would do. And it's very interesting that when you look at yourself and you see how you change with the money you have, the power you have, and you have to also control yourself because I'm very self-aware, but I know that a lot of people are not self-aware at all. Not at all. A lot of people, they don't realize that power, money, but especially power and fame, they consume you. They make you become the tyrant that you were complaining about. Happens all the time. And we've seen it, and we've seen the way there's been a change where some politicians, they pretend that they are the presidents of all the country, right? Like in France, there's something that our presidents, when they get elected, they always say, je serai le président de tous les Français. You're going to be the president of all the French people. But most of the time, then they start pounding on one part of the population. And this is what I've seen happening not only in the US, but all around the world. A lot of minority groups were given too much power and they abused it. They canceled a lot of people. During COVID, some eminent professors, doctors, people that had different opinions were treated like shit. They got their Facebook channel removed. They got their Twitter removed. Their names were in the mud, etc., etc. And this, like I told my friends 3 years ago, there's going to be a shift. People are going to be tired of the victimization all the time and the abuse of victimization and using this to destroy people's lives. And I remember when the Will Smith thing happened, when the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp happened, when all these things, that other liar, Jussie Smollett, etc. I was like, okay, there's a shift coming. Those people are the symptom of a bigger thing and a shift in society where people are starting to be tired of being scared of giving their opinions. And there it is. Now, Trump, thanks for the roses, mommy. Now, Trump is in office. He's going to give to a lot of people. I'm not talking about racist people. I'm just talking about people who are for common sense. He's giving those people more courage to go back to common sense because, yeah, people got tired of the world of nice ideas and the tyranny of nice ideas. There's a point, there's also a need for a little bit of realism. And this is what it is. And we'll see how it goes. Listen, if those people that are in power now in the US, and I believe that the whole Occidental world is going to shift right, probably. Especially with Trump, for example, that has full power now. He has the House, the Senate, and the popular vote, and the big electors. If he fucks up, then the pendulum's going to swing back left. But this time he went way too far left. And hopefully right now, he knows and he understands that he cannot or he must not go way too far right. He has to just stay center right, and it's going to be okay. We'll see. We'll see what he does. I don't know. Me, the only thing that I'm interested in when it comes to Trump being elected, the only thing that I like about it, if I can be selfish, is just that I hold a lot of crypto, and the previous US government was very anti-crypto, and Trump is very pro-crypto. So that's good for my business. Everything else we'll see. So that, me personally, I didn't know that he would win that crazy, but I mean, listen, I'm French. I'm not American, so I'm not gonna say it doesn't change nothing for me because this is the empire. So when whoever wins change our lives, all of us, and the French and the Europeans are vassals of the US. Oh, the stream sponsors strike again. Black Free Thinker, thank you so much. I'm looking forward for the crypto gains too. Yeah. So yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how they do and how it affects the rest of the world too. But also, the way the left media tend to portray people that are on the right sometimes is a little crazy. We've seen it with what's his name? Milei in Argentina. They portrayed him like some crazy guy, and he did what nobody could do. He actually, for the first time in 14 years, the exports are up. The economy is good in Argentina. So now they're like, yeah, he did something, and he changed something. And listen, when you look at the Harris campaign, they spent $1.5 billion between themselves. So all this money arrived and they just ate it. This is symptomatic of, first of all, US elections in general, but all these people that have a lot of, shame on you politics, when there's money, they tend to suck the money. We saw the same thing with BLM. We see the same thing with all these groups. It seems like the victimization and the activism has actually become a way to make money at the expenses of the people that are emotional. So it's another scam. And like I told my guy, I said, bro, you'll see. It's gonna become complicated for you guys because you are only into the emotion and not enough into the practicality of life and the common sense. You guys don't care about common sense. Like, I'm a father of a little girl. She's 7. And if you explain to me that in a bathroom, some men can go in the same bathroom as her, I'm gonna have some questions. I'm not gonna say I'm against it. I'm just gonna have some questions. Okay, did you think about this or that or that? And the only reply is, you are transphobe. And this is abusing of your power. You have to be able to listen to people's concerns. It's just an example. You have to be able to listen to people's concerns and also to not always play the emotional part when people have some concerns. Because common sense dictates that, yeah, there are concerns. So look, first thing, Trump just arrived. It's today. Inauguration day is today. The first thing he's going to do is ban all men that say they are women from, or they feel that they are, but they still are men biologically, yeah? So, a lot of complications. They're going to ban them from women's sports. And it's just common sense. But then people go crazy. They get angry. They're pissed off. They should not. They should just try to understand where other people are coming from instead of just being pissed off and wanting to cancel people or to remove your YouTube channel or your TikTok, etc., etc. And because people did that for the last 4 or 5 years, now it's swinging back to the other direction because people are tired of, listen, some people on YouTube, what's his name? I know it's on TikTok, actually. There's these activists. They always go to restaurants really looking like men, and they wait for people to call them sir. And people are not doing it by on purpose. They just don't know. And instead of telling them, no, it's da. No, they wait, then they get angry, then they say, oh, I've been misgendered, and then they tell the name of the restaurant and they try to kill your business. So there's a lot of people who became mean because of the power that they were given. And so all these things become grifting. And listen, I might be wrong. I don't know. We'll see. Listen, sometimes I get my opinions wrong and sometimes I change my mind on a lot of things because I'm a person that believes in the facts and common sense. And I might feel something emotionally. I might see something a certain way, and then the time and the way things unfold gives me other points of views or other information that I didn't have when I formed my first opinions, and I don't mind saying, yeah, I was wrong, or listen, I had debates with a friend of mine who's a bus driver and who was telling me he didn't want to get vaccinated. And I was like, bro, like, you cannot drive a bus and like you putting everybody in danger. And he was telling me, no, if they get vaccinated, they're not in danger. I was like, yeah, but no. He was like, no. And then Pfizer gave some information that were proving him right. So I called him. I said, yeah, bro, you were right. You were right. It all changes the whole perspective. I don't have problem with that. And I guess a lot of problems with people is they have a hard time accepting that they might be wrong, because people are only in the activism and in the echo chamber. So everybody leaving Twitter to go to Blue Sky and just being together between people who think very left is just going to put them in the echo chamber. You should be in a place where people disagree with you and being able to disagree civically. Bro, that person that I was talking to, who's on the far left, we call each other 2-3 times a week and we disagree on everything. And it's all good. Listen, we disagree, we debate, we talk, he gives me opinions, I give him opinions. Sometimes they're like, yeah, you're right. Sometimes I say, yeah, on this one, you're right. And sometimes we agree on things. And at the end of the conversation, even sometimes, yeah, you know, we yell a bit. And then at the end of the conversation, we're like, yo, well, other than that, you good? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's the kid? All good? All right, cool. All right, bro. Yeah. Talk soon. In the US, like, oh, I'll never talk to you again, Dad. I was like, yo, that's your dad. People are way too emotional and are being manipulated by the people who are using their emotions to make money. What are we going to do? It is what it is. Black free thinkers, white thinkers, thinker. Rudiano is saying, since the pandemic, the world's either gone mad or we have opened our eyes to it more. Manipulation, mischaracterization, threats to push certain narratives. Yeah, I agree with you, Rudiano. It's, yeah. I guess people took that mandate to, when they were trying to save the world, they took decisions, maybe with good intentions, but then the fact that everybody was in danger and everybody was going hysterical, they forgot that that's not how democracy works. And today, all these people, listen, they might have done some things right and some things wrong. I believe that if you want the trust of the public, if you are a public servant, is to be able, after 5 years now, to sit down and all together, not try to accuse each other of things. Politically, you know, like do a circus. Just sit down and have an inquiry and have people do a real thing where we might see, okay, what did we do right? What did we do wrong? Quarantine, was it useful? Was it not? Vaccines, were they useful? Were they not? Or maybe they were maybe some of these things were useful in the beginning, but then we should have stopped after that. Like, you just look at what you did, you look at the data, and then you just use a little bit of honesty. And people, no, nowadays, no. I think something and I don't care. That's how you got Trump in power. Double XL, what up, my bro? Trump talked too much, but he's not so bad if you analyze deeper. Well, listen, he's that's the thing. You don't call somebody Hitler because you want to win an election. You try to fight with the idea, and you don't force people to to vote for somebody just because she's a woman and she's half black and half Indian. That's not enough. And that's what they did. They tried to make it just about that. And that was a mistake. So they have to be able to look themselves in the mirror and say, yeah, we took the wrong strategy. It happens. I invested in artists, spend my money, and it was the wrong artist. It happens. You're disappointed, you learn, and next time you do better. That's simple. Dom Vava, Kaysha, amanhã aparece no continente às 10, por favor. Pra fazer o quê? 10? É cedo. Yeah, we'll see. Emmanuel, Trump wants to protect nuclear family. Vincent, boa noite. God bless you too. Thank you. Oh, listen. I don't know how many likes we have on TikTok. Put some likes on YouTube too. Put some likes on X too, and on Twitch as well. What up, MJ Wemoto? I hope you're doing good. Guys, I can feel my throat is starting to be raspy because I catch a little bit of cold, so I'm already preparing my medicine. I'm trying to finish this album, but I can't sing nothing. But yeah. Oh, Mozambique. Espero bem que as coisas são melhor lá. Much love. Yeah, MJ. Politicians will always be politicians. Some are more likable than others, but still politicians. It's a branding thing. It's a branding thing. Yeah. Well, listen, as the son of a politician, my dad tells me something. He told me something about, so he was talking more about the politics in Congo, right? But he told me, like, back in the days, we were actually, and we were not perfect. We were just, first time in power, first time independent, etc. But we were still trying to fight and run our countries. This generation here, they just want the money. What is TikTok saying? Drag the puzzle into the piece to continue your life. Anyway. So, yeah. He was saying like this new generation, and maybe it's because of the way they grew up, plus the media landscape, and because of social media, where most people, when they disagree with you on social media, they want to fight with you, they want to insult you, they want you to never be able to talk again. So everybody's like that. So even when you are in politics, you don't have to deal with just policies and having opinion piece about people who disagree with you in the newspapers. Now anybody can go on YouTube and talk about you, or go on social media and start insulting you and etc., saying or the media now, like, they're always trying to trick you into something. You're going to say something and they're going to come with an interview of you 20 years ago when you said the exact opposite, and going to be like, yeah, you have no backbone. I'm going to be like, 20 years have passed. Maybe things are different. Maybe I was saying this when it was raining a lot and now there's no rain. So maybe I was saying that everybody needs to own at least 2 umbrellas at home because it rains a lot. And where I live now, there's no rain. It's the desert, so we don't need umbrellas. We need AC, and the context matters, no? Things change, or even opinions change. And in this context, yeah, listen, if you want to be a politician and you want to have a backbone, and you want to be like somebody that is clinging to his values, it's a hard job. It's a hard job compared to back in the days. And listen, and maybe we are dreamers. Maybe it was always the same thing. Maybe, sometimes it's better that the people have no clue what's happening and you just give them sprinkle in the news because it's over them, because they are too emotional. I don't know. It might be that, but sometimes it's what I see when I look at business, or when I look at even the music business. Odette Bizou, even in the music business, there's a lot of times where I love the way the music business is, because I can be an independent, I can record my things at home, etc., etc. But sometimes I'm like, wow, 30 years ago, there was way less competition, and way more money. And because, listen, you would be on your market by yourself. Let's say you would be a Zouk star. Yeah, you would have 20 colleagues on your level. You would have all these clubs just for you. Same for DJs. And it was so complicated to be a DJ that not only people who could understand how to make a record go from one turntable to the other could be a DJ. And so you had like 10 DJs, and people would pay you expensive money to go to the club and perform. Nowadays, you just click on the sync button and you let the machine do their work. And what you do is more choosing how you go from one record to another, what effect you do, and do a good playlist as a DJ. That's actually all you do. And the machines are taking care of everything else. So because of that, now there's 1,000 DJs. And because there's 1,000 DJs, it's hard to tell a club, unless your brand is big, hire me for X amount. They will be like, we got our in-house person does exactly the same thing as you. So why would I give you 1,000 if I can give this guy 200? And this is the question, is like, how do you do politics, music, business, DJing, everything in a world that is changing, in a world that is really in the midst of transforming into this? And listen, there's a lesson, and I'll leave you guys on this. There's a lesson that a lot of our democracies have to understand, is because you are a democracy, it doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Because every man in the world, every man, every woman that is confronted with power, fame, wealth, is struggling internally with the true nature of humankind. We are predators. Shada gang, always a pleasure. On these beautiful words, this show is brought to you by Shada, where Gods of Good Fortune. Our stream royalty is, again, Black Freethinker. Maybe somebody will kick him out, but who knows, you guys. Hey, it is what it is. Double XL, salute. TikTok, salute. We had 2.5 streams. It's interesting that, TikTok being in turmoil, I can see the difference in the number of people. I had like probably, I would say, 3 times less people on TikTok, and I could not even go live using my normal thing. Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, We just use the tools that we have to do what we have to do. Alright, if you wanna TikTok, I'm gonna leave you now, and Instagram, YouTube, I'm gonna leave after I play my new single. So TikTok, thanks for all the likes. Put more. If you want to hear the brand new song, head to YouTube, because I'm leaving. I don't always forget. Yeah, that's here. All right, TikTok, peace. See you Wednesday for Internet du Village. All right, bisous. Oh, you can also do sub-only lives on TikTok. That's cool. I'll do that. All right, peace. See you Wednesday in French. Yeah. All right. So as I was saying, I released a new single, and I'm gonna leave with this new single. It's a banger, I believe, and I'm gonna play you the radio version. I hope you like it. It's called Them Things. And I will see you when I see you, which is Wednesday for those who speak French, or Sunday for the next episode of Club Shada. Hi, Shada Gang. I see you when I see you. Peace.
You got me locked in under your spell. I'm caught in your rhythm and I can't